Hey Cardinals fans, welcome back to the Redbird Rundown, presented by I-70 Sports. Your home for all things St. Louis Cardinals. I'm Andy, here with Jonathan and Matt, and we have a fun one here for you guys this week. But real quick, just if you would like to, if you like what you're seeing, what you're hearing, just take a second, share us on Spotify and Apple with your friends. It really helps us a lot. And then they can also be found on Facebook, Blue Sky, and Twitter. And we forgot to mention also lately, you can watch us on YouTube. And for this particular episode, and it will become apparent why, it might be a good episode to watch this on YouTube. But today we're gonna recap the last series of the entire season, and we're gonna take a moment and hand out our yearly awards. But there's gonna be a bit of a twist. We are handing out the awards, but we're gonna liken it to things that you can find inside our individual prospective homes. So it should be a fun twist to
buckle up.
It's gonna be fun. But before we get into the final series recaps, we need to check our record from last week. We are recording before the end of the season, total season. So we've gone 2-3 so far against the Giants and the Cubs. So let's get our last season vibe check, Matt. There it is. This is it. Lead us out.
Let the Renaissance begin. It's time. It's closed. It's over. We got over 75 wins, so my over bet hit. That's all. That's not all I care about. We hung around, and now I'm tired of hanging around the Mosaic era. I'm ready to vibe and chill and just bask in the Renaissance, and I can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan?
This is going to be perfect. I'm going to steal a line from Anakin Skywalker in episode 3. This is where the fun begins.
I didn't know
this is where the fun begins,
sand,
baby.
It gets everywhere.
Now, well, you could liken and hearken it to a lot of things.
Too.
But Matt's fired up for a Renaissance. I'm ready for the fun to begin.
You know what, though? Cardinals 2025, the sand, it gets everywhere. It's actually not too bad, really.
That's true. That's true.
It's really not
because
too bad.
I'm going to go on a negative. Like, I'm so excited not to talk for a little bit about, well, maybe we probably will, but just I'm so done looking at Jordan Walker's stat lines. I just am. I'm done. That's my vibe check. I'm just so happy. Just so happy that's over for a little bit for this regular season. It's going to be over and done with. So who do we see this past week? Let's go through the Giants real quick. McGreevy gave a Michaelis. Can we say that?
Yes. I like how we use
Michaelist.
McGreevy and Michaelist. Yes, yeah. That's the verb.
5 innings pitched, 5 earned runs, just a couple of Ks. But, man, I tell you what, I'm so happy that I picked Ivan Herrera as my person who has the most to when we did that episode of Gain and Lose. Because, buddy, did he show that he is here. And
he listened to that episode and heard you questioning his ability to hit, and buddy, he responded.
He shows up. Burley also shows up. I was reading through Reddit of people trying to figure out, is it possible for him to hit 300 this season? Like what he'd have to do. He was going to have to hit like 500 for the last few games here. So not entirely plausible, but Burley can hit. Burley can hit the ball, guys. Newsflash. End of this year. Palante.
Also Michaelist?
No, I think this is
Palante.
Worse.
Okay.
Palante is something you don't want it to happen to you in public. Like, I've Palante'd, and you're like, gosh.
Oh, no.
He Palante'd. Yeah, he only went 2.2 innings, gave up 5 runs. But somehow, Brendan Donovan decided today is the day. I'm gonna
ride, baby.
4 doubles, baby.
General.
And Ivan, again, homers, 3-run homer. We went 8-7 on that game. Then the offense decided not to back up Sonny so much. He struck out 7 over 6, and then we had some outfield blunders, and that's all they needed. The Giants won 4-3.
Quick thought on that, Andy, real quick. Sonny Gray is the only pitcher since Adam Wainwright in the last several years to have back-to-back 200K seasons. That's pretty impressive stuff. So whatever we think about Sonny, he'll strike you out.
I'll take Sonny pitched better than his ERA results are this year. And
no doubt.
Spoiler alert, that's coming. That's coming a little later.
Yeah, I mean, right. There's exactly why we picked a spin, because there's not a whole lot of variance probably between our awards here. Then the Cubs series, and Oof.
Wah,
Just that
right?
that meme of that guy going,
Yeah.
oof. That's just how I felt watching and looking at these, watching the
Yeah.
recaps and looking through the box scores. It just gets
The
rough,
important
man.
question in the first game, did Michaelis or did he Palante?
He
He,
planted.
oh, you think he
I
Palante?
think he
Okay.
planted.
Or did he pull a rare Michaelis dash Palante? He did both.
Uh, yeah,
Michael
because he
he
served up
Michaelante'd.
meatballs.
Michaelante. Wow. That is when you know it's bad.
That's when you know it's
Title of the
bad.
episode right here. Michael
That's right.
Lante.
Yeah. He served up a couple of these
Meatballs.
fastballs. I honestly you couldn't put it more right down the middle.
Mm.
You couldn't. And they just do not miss. Credit to the Cubs. Okay, really, honestly. Those
Sure.
dudes hit home runs and they don't miss.
Michael Bush, I feel. Did you guys see the kicker who came out and sorry for the football slant here, but the kicker who came out for the game-winning field goal and he just like ripped a line of smelling salts, like he just went out and just like, and it's like, and everyone's like, when I saw that, I knew it was over. Like that
Yeah, you
kicker's
knew he's
getting
gonna
it.
bang it through.
You think
Yeah.
Michael Bush just does that before he comes, like secretly just rips open the smelling salts and
Yes.
I think he rips open the smelling salts and becomes Ted Williams against us. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
It's absolutely
It is.
ridiculous.
I did have to fall over in game two. Jordan Walker did homer, but I'm
It was a
still
nice
sick
stroke.
I'm still sick of talking about that.
It was a
It's
nice
beautiful.
stroke.
It just looks absolutely
He
majestic.
sat
when
back on a curveball and didn't even swing that hard and hit it 400 and some odd feet. It's what brings you hope, but then it crushes you because you see a stat line,
Yeah.
Let me give a quick shouts to Cardinals Twitter and C70, who, Jonathan, you texted this to the group chat, like our mop-up bullpen guy. Our bullpen's been incredible the whole year, but our mop-up bullpen guys are just horrific. And so
Yeah.
C70 on Twitter said Roycroft, a.k.a. Runcraft, is really his name, just crafting the runs for the other team. So shouts
That
to
is
that.
true.
Tough.
Sometimes humor is the only way to make it through,
It is. Do you know what Roycroft reminds me of when he comes in? Like if you go to a batting cage and you put the balls in and you just have no idea where it's going to go. That's Roycroft.
You just like don't even step into the cage yet. Like
No.
you just let one go.
Like he rips these sliders behind the right-handed batters. Like he's doing or left-handed, but he's doing crazy stuff. Like I would be terrified if I was the opposing batter against him.
Yeah.
Well, boys, let's get to this. Let's get to these season-ending awards. Now, if you're gonna watch on YouTube, I brought in the items with me, so you'll be able to see. The boys have maybe some things I think they were too big.
Some
They
things.
let me to know to haul it into where we're recording. So let's just do it like they do in baseball, because the boys had to tell me this. I didn't honestly know that they do the MVP award. Let's just get the biggest one over with. Jonathan, we're gonna go to you first.
Okay.
Who is your season-long Cardinals MVP, and what household item do you have to represent said individual? Go ahead.
It is an honor to kick us off with this annual tradition that's starting right now.
Yes.
I think it should go to Ivan Herrera for me. Okay,
Okay.
and I'll tell you why. He is our most important core player going forward to remain healthy. And I say remain healthy because when he was out,
Yes.
it was extremely noticeable when he was out. And I just think if he transitions to becoming a catcher again, his value goes even higher. Even if he's not a great catcher, if he's just serviceable, that offensive power behind the plate makes him and puts him in a whole nother tier. So what thing around my house is the MVP? And it is none other than our router, our Wi-Fi router.
Oh.
If I did not have a Wi-Fi router, there would be no TV, there would be no money made, there would be nothing in this home. So it is a constant. My router is a constant,
Okay.
and it is the most important thing for me going forward in the future.
And if it goes down, you feel it.
If it goes down, I feel it, baby.
I like it.
Now, is he Netgear or Linksys, do you think?
Ivan's above that. Ivan's one of those in the rack Cisco, like it looks like a
Oh.
refrigerator. Like we're
Okay.
powering multiple things. with
Okay.
him.
All right.
Commercial
I
grade,
like that
industrial grade.
Commercial grade.
Matt, who's going to be your MVP for the Cardinals? This is going to be interesting.
Before I unveil my MVP pick,
Yeah.
I want to tell you guys something that this idea is not original to me. I've heard other people say this, but I think when we hand out these trophies, like if you have a titanically amazing MVP season, the trophy should be real heavy. Like some of the Pujols years that just like back up a Brinks truck and give him the trophy and he can't lift it himself. These are some of the lightest trophies that we have handed out as a team 15 years. No shots at anybody who won, but just nobody here besides maybe the Gold Glove is like a heavy trophy. So my trophy is going to be in the shape of a chaise lounge. We got some new pieces of furniture, some chaise lounge. They are like oversized chairs that are long enough for I can just stretch all the way out. There is just endless amounts of TV watching. And I'm going to get you a word right now from the Netherlands. It is my hygge, Hygge. Just the concept of being calm and relaxing. But it is the MVP of my house.
No, I thought it was like an IKEA furniture situation.
Oh, no. Overstuffed. I like fall into it. It's just comfortable. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. I'm also going to be romantic about baseball. Shouts to Mason Wynn. Shouts to Brendan Donovan. I looked at the WAR leaderboard. I also went with Ivan Herrera, who amassed 2.5 WAR in 102 games, and just ended the season on a tear, like a 180 WRC plus in September. Really finished the season strong. We feel great about him, and it is because of what Jonathan said. He is the single most important development in the franchise. And if this is going to be a runway season, then I think he landed the plane the best. And so Ivan Herrera is my very light chaise lounge shaped trophy.
That's so funny that we're about to go back to back because of all the items that I have the heaviest item. Didn't go through that train of thought, but it is the heaviest item that I have. Okay. So let me take you back. We, for the first time, I think ever, this family took, and we all went as a family to a Cardinals game. I don't think we've ever done that. And so some things that were memorable about that trip for me was trying to pass around my son, getting him a warm-up ball. Like I will remember that, just handing him around. Okay, I will remember the positive heckling that we did.
Riley.
Okay. Yeah. And then
you pay your taxes on time.
I will remember Sonny Gray's forearms. All right, so I have a dumbbell here.
Okay.
I will never forget that man's forearms coming in the bullpen, warming up and walking out. It's just, I don't know why. Why. So Sonny Gray is my season-long MVP.
Wow.
All right.
The forearms did it. I sold on the forearms. And so if you've ever done a farmer's carry, you really get those things juiced. So I have a dumbbell to hold on to match Sonny's forearms. They're quite immaculate. I love Sonny's forearms. I was a little jealous of Sonny's forearms.
That's one thing you can hear about here at Redbird Rundown. We love Sonny's forearms.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, I hear it anywhere else.
No one's going to have an MVP.
A lot of man-on-man love here on the Redbird. We're secure in our masculinity. Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Absolutely. So I think I'm going to go back-to-back. I'm going to go MVP. I'm going to go Cy Young because, it's also Sonny Gray.
No, we love
for
him.
Me. So my Sonny Gray, outside of his forearms, the thing that you need an ace to do for you, right? The Cy Young is your ace. You need to help light a fire to the rotation to set the bar high, or maybe the offense be like, okay, we have some confidence. We're going to get there and get a good start. So I have a package of fire starters here. If you need to start something on fire, then you need that to make it easier. And you need a Cy Young to do that for your rotation. If you're going to do well in a season, you need a fire starter. And that's what Sonny tried to do. Sounds like he's looking to go somewhere else to win, but he tried. He said he came to St. Louis to win. He tried. He did it. He did it with those forearms, God bless him, and he did it with starting those fires. So we'll go reverse order. Matt, why don't you take us through your Cy Young?
Okay. My Cy Young is also going to be Sonny Gray. And I am going to, I thought about Matthew Liberatore. Oh, we're about to go 3 for 3 here. Sonny Gray. So my trophy is going to be in the shape of a Roomba because of Sonny Sweeper. And it is just those heavily praised forearms are just snapping that sweeper off and striking out batter after batter. Here's what, now, Sonny Gray's got an ERA in the mid-4s. So it's not like, that does not scream elite to you.
Right.
But look at our team, look at our record. Our team is not elite.
Right.
But what I found was like Sonny's FIP is 3.38 and Sonny's xFIP is 3.05.
Yeah.
He outpitched his actual results this season. And if this was the last season of Sonny Gray, then I think he gave us some good years in St. Louis. And if he comes back next year and we pay him $35 million, he's not like a top 5 pitcher in the game, probably not even a top 10 pitcher in the game. But somebody is going to have to throw innings for the 2026 St. Louis Cardinals. And I think you could do a lot worse than a 36-year-old Sonny Gray. So again, my Roomba trophy is not very heavy. It's pretty light because this is a pretty light Sonny Young season, but I am awarding it to Sonny.
I like that. So the correlation was sweeping, right?
Yeah, the sweeper, baby. The Roomba just sweeping up the rim.
I like that. Okay, so no surprise. Mine is also Sonny Gray. I did look at others, right? I did.
Yeah,
I thought, could it be Libby?
I looked at no one else. Just
I looked at Libby because of the runway stuff too.
I thought that he actually took advantage of it and was good. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sonny, to your point, you mentioned this in your rundown from him, was on the surface he wasn't as good, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just look at his counting stats, you're like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
The underlying stats though were very good.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was also on our team, truly, if there's like a 1-game playoff or somebody you need to start, there's no one else I would want. Right.
Yes.
In the thick of it, nobody else I would want. That's why my trophy for Sonny Gray are Cottonelle butt wipes in the bathroom.
Oh, wow.
Because at the end of the day, when it comes down to it, there's nothing else I want with me when I'm in the trenches in there fighting for my life. I want the butt wipes. I want Sonny. This no disrespect to Sonny. This is high praise because these butt wipes were almost my MVP. They're almost. So there you go.
Just edged out by the router.
Jonathan, I feel like that you would be a bidet guy. You need to You need to look into that.
I'd love that.
Yeah,
I'd love it. Personally, I would. Why not?
Look, Sonny has some innings that leave you feeling clean, though. He just has some of those innings. He throws 11 pitches. He struck out 2 dudes. He has sweat like a stuck pig.
Yeah.
But he really has some clean, nice innings. I like the butt wipes there. That's nice.
Thank you. I really felt good about that one.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, I'll let you your opportunity to go first here. We're going to move on to the Gold Glove.
Okay.
And which I think we're probably going to have unanimous here. We'll see, though. So, Matt, lead us through.
All right. This Gold Glove trophy is going to be in the shape of a pool vacuum. And I will explain in a minute. But this trophy's heavy because this guy, Mason Wynn, is... I'm just going to pose this question here. Is he Ozzie Smith? Is his ceiling... I know that is an insane thing to say. But, I mean, he led the entire MLB in outs above average. His range is great. His arm is incredible. I would say there are some, acrobatic style plays that Ozzie makes that Mason does not. But also, Ozzie played a lot of those years on AstroTurf, and the ball was doing crazy stuff. So let me just say that first, and then I'll explain the pool vacuum. Is his ceiling Ozzie Smith, or is that too crazy?
Well, that's interesting. It's something that I thought about as well. No, I don't think it's crazy. I think if you have an iconic shortstop, okay, if you told a 10-year-old sports fan, baseball fan, and said, go pull a Jeter, I think that people would know what, even, you know what I mean?
The whole jumping, tossing, throwing. Yeah.
Yep, they would know if they've ever seen him. I think if there's Ozzie's iconic backflips, right? I think Mason might need an iconic thing to bump him up to be more memorable.
Is it 100-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball across the infield? Is that?
And then he falls down and blows the gun.
Yeah, something. Yeah, something. If you get something, it might. Yeah. I chose part of it.
I chose the pool vacuum because you guys have all been in a pool before. I mean, most of our listeners have. If that thing's attached and you bring it up to the surface, it'll create a vortex. Oh, yeah. And it doesn't just get the stuff on the surface, sucks in the sides. And I just think if you're hitting it anywhere near Mason Wynn, the play's getting made. It's going to be an out. He's sure-handed. Not only is it outs above average in the range, but the errors, right? And we've talked about why errors are not the best measure of a defensive player, but he's making the plays he's getting to, and he's getting to more plays than most other guys. He's an incredible defender. So Gold Glove for sure.
Jonathan, give us your personal award here from Gold Glove.
Yeah, I think we're all definitely picking. The triumvirate is in alignment here.
Yeah.
This is going to be Mason Wynn is 100% who I'm picking here. So the only other piece I would add is the fielding percentage. I'm pretty sure I saw that it's the highest in St. Louis Cardinals history. I saw some graphic on MLB Network that I think he's 5th in just MLB history.
Wow.
Throughout an entire season. His fielding percentage is .994. I think you said 3 errors. Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Matt?
I think that's what I saw. That could be wrong, but
Yeah. No. And the other part about this for him is he's flashy.
Yeah.
He does have the swag, right? He has these things. So my award for him is Andy. Well, I know Matt's thoughts on this. Do you floss, Andy?
Yes.
Okay. So instead of floss, do you know what a water pick is?
Yes.
Matt, do you know what this is?
I do, but it's all fake.
Okay. No, it's not. The water pick thing. This is my award. A water pick. It's better than floss. Okay.
Yeah.
Mason Wynn's better than the average shortstop. It's
Yeah.
It's flashier than floss, which is
Ooh.
what it is. And here's the thing. I didn't know I needed it, and now I can't live without it.
Okay.
I didn't know I needed Mason Wynn in my life, and now I don't know if I can live without that.
Okay. All right.
I cannot. I could just segue straight in because that is exactly the idea that I picked behind mine. Also, Mason Wynn.
Okay.
But okay, if you have a bad defensive shortstop, it causes so much friction and strife. Right? It hurts. It hurt. It literally hurts. Okay. I have picked up running. I'm training for a marathon, is what I've decided. Live breaking news. But
Chiron at the bottom.
That's also fake. It's just like loss. It's not real.
so something that as a runner that is devastating. You might think, oh, you get tired, you hit that runner's wall. Oh my gosh, this item changed my life, and it goes with Jonathan said. I have picked here toe socks because my Lord, if you get blisters on those feet while you're running, it's game over. And that's what Mason is. He is toe socks. He's got you. Nice. Everything's nice, and it's not going to be friction, and you're not going to have any blisters. It is nice and just smooth sailing when Mason's out there. So I like it. Toe socks. What we have? Toe socks, vacuum cleaner, and a water pick.
I'm sure I'm sure he's like, that's what I think of myself too. Toe
He
socks,
better.
water pick, and a
That's what he
vacuum.
gets up and says in the mirror in the morning. Mason, you are toe socks, my friend.
Toe socks, baby. Okay.
Jonathan, who is your most improved Cardinal
All
this
right.
year?
This I just want to say this was the hardest one for me
Same.
out of the whole list, and I think we will have some variance here.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. You did not pick
I
my
landed on Riley O'Brien, and I'll tell you why. Okay. Last year, he got hurt, so I don't want to take like his Cardinal tenure because I think he would have been this good last year if he didn't just like try to throw it 200 miles an hour against Shohei and blow his arm out for a while. But we got him off the scrap heap, totally out of nowhere, right? And he's a legitimate closer and extremely exciting to watch. So my award for Riley O'Brien is he is my Keurig coffee machine.
Okay.
He's just as good as the other expensive options, like at other coffee shops. And it's exciting to watch. The coffee's coming down. I'm like, this is great. I love this. It's the same with Rob flinging those Frisbees that dip 37 inches across the plate.
Yeah.
So he's my most improved. He came from nothing. Now he's our closer. Keurig coffee machine.
That's a good one. I like yours better than I like mine. So let me just slip mine in between yours and Matt's. Okay, so I struggled mightily with this one and struggled trying to find something. It was tough.
Yeah.
It was tough out there. I ended up going into the minor league system, and I picked JJ. And you're like, okay, but he's already good. I just feel like he's in that refining process down there and lighting things up. So my item to go along with JJ lighting things up in the minor leagues is our podcast. This is a picture. We started off. I think it's improved. I think that we've gotten things to where we might look back in 3 years and be like, gosh, we still had no idea what we're doing. But compared to the beginning of this year, I personally feel like I'm at a better place trying to talk in a podcast format with you guys. So that is personally what I picked. It was a little sappy. Matt, take me out of here.
I'm surprised you guys struggled because I went straight away
Nice.
to Matthew Libertor, and he was just on the Zach Thompson bullet train to nowhere. Bullpen, Memphis, starter, bullpen, Memphis, starter, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And hit a bump in the middle of the season. The results toward the end of the season weren't amazing on paper. Got the velocity back up, though, and I think he is for sure in the rotation next year. So I mean, I appreciate both of your picks, and I see the value in them for sure. But I think in terms of where he was to what his role is now next year, he improved his station within our franchise more than anybody else. And so my trophy is going to be in the shape of, by the way, I feel like I'm in Mario Kart. There's like the Leaf Trophy and the Star Trophy and the stuff like this.
Yeah.
This is a beard cream shaped trophy.
Okay.
Because as I've grown this beard, and then so I started using beard cream, and everything lays
Life changer.
down, and it looks put together. It's a complete changer. So just the before and the after.
I like that.
Where is the beard cream that gets everything like set and looking improved the way that it should.
I like that.
I like that too. I do. I don't know. Honest to God, I thought about these for a while. I didn't think of Matthew Liberatore one time. I don't know if that is indictment on me or what's happening here, but that's
Yes.
Libby deserves that.
That's a good one. I'm gonna start us off with this next one. I think there should be a unanimous one here. So we're gonna pick the Silver Slugger, and I picked one Ivan Herrera, and the thing that I picked for said Ivan is a belt. Okay, and how is a belt a Silver Slugger? It's because it can be a statement, a fashion statement. It can be a statement inside your lineup. It can, like, you're right in the middle of the lineup. A belt is in the middle of the lineup. Okay. And also, listener, what trigger warning for the sound? It can make some noise, baby. Yvonne got some. Ah! That's what I got.
I'm glad that you took the time to do that, but I think Zoom just
Oh no!
But everybody knew what you did.
We've all had parents. We've all either done or had the belt slapped done to us in a threat. So we know. That's a great call.
Yeah. All right, Jonathan. Who do you have?
All right. I did this where I didn't pick any double names. I should have said that at the beginning, which was just a constraint I put on myself. Just want to put that out there.
Okay.
I picked Wilson Contreras for this. A consistent 20 home runs. And he might be crazy, right? He might be. So my award for him is a cast iron skillet.
Oh.
He is heavy.
Okay.
He's reliable.
Okay.
And it crushes things.
Okay.
That's him. That's him.
That's great.
That's him.
Great. And if used wrongly, can cause severe injury. Also, Willie.
Intruders come in. Who needs anything other than that?
Yes, you're right.
I know if the zombie apocalypse happens, we know what Jonathan's grabbing.
Buddy, I got it. Bacon at 8:30, dead zombies at 9. That's what I got.
Matt, who do you have? So we did not have a unanimous.
Yeah,
we are not unanimous. No. My Silver Slugger, this trophy is going to be in the shape of Lay's cheddar and sour cream chips because they always hit.
Wow.
They always hit. And that may be an unpopular opinion, but there's something about those chips that are just majestically perfect as long as I have 10 or fewer. If I get above 10, like, the taste gets to be too much. So you got to do it in the right doses. I also picked Herrera. I thought long and hard about Burley here because I really think that he's taken some strides. But again, to me, it just comes back to the Silver Slugger is the most feared guy in your lineup. And I think without question, that is Herrera next year. And I also thought as these awards, like, okay, so I'm looking forward. I'm thinking, I know this is an award for this past season, but I'm also thinking and moving this forward. And I mean, Herrera ended with like a 128 WRC plus. He's 25 years old. I saw a stat that had 25-year-olds with a 125 WRC plus and up. And it's like Bobby Witt Jr. Oh my gosh, that name just escaped me. Who's the guy for the A's? Nick Kurtz. Yes. Corbin Carroll and Ivan. Right. And that's a huge list to be on. He's young and he can hit. And so he was my Silver Slugger and AKA a Lay's cheddar and sour cream bag of chips.
It hits, baby.
They always hit. I'm telling you, go get some right now, listeners. You won't be upset.
That's a nice one.
We'll finish out with Matt. We'll just go back to back. Best reliever for you, and what award did you give this reliever? I think
best reliever.
This is gonna be a good one. I love these.
My trophy is in the shape of a massage chair because you know how it is. Just at the end of a long day, you just get that shiatsu right in the back. You know, it's just wonderful. So there was a lot of interesting choices here. I thought about Rob. I thought about JJ Romero. I thought about some of our departed guys that we traded, and because of all that, I picked Kyle Leahy. That guy threw 84 innings with good results. Is starting the game today. Will probably come in next year as a starter in the rotation. And I just felt like he had these multi-inning stints. He was there the whole year. He had one period where he was, I think the month was June, where he wasn't quite as good as the rest of them, but he was consistent. He pitched all the time. He didn't wear out. And so he's just a massage chair to me.
I thought you were going to go real quick with Hell's Bells. I thought because you were like,
No.
it was people just because he imploded and is gonna like shoot them part of the Mets
But I
problem
would
of
be interested
implosion.
to listen to a Mets podcast and see what award they give him.
Right. I was
Ain't
just
this one? Ain't this one? I don't think.
all right, Jonathan.
No.
Who is your best reliever and what
Yep.
award did you give him?
I also went with Kyle Leahy, and my reasoning for that is that you need a guy that's like the firefighter. You put him in, and he's just like good.
Yeah.
You plug him in, and he works. And I thought to myself, what in my house when you plug in, it just always works every time, and that is none other than a box fan.
Mm.
We are all fan
Yes.
sleepers on
Yes,
this
we are.
podcast. I say a box fan because I thought that would be more well known than like we have like the metal fan. Like
Oh.
damage can be done with this, right?
Yeah.
That's him. It's a workhorse. I use it every night. It always works. It's steady,
Yeah.
Like he's a fan for me.
Yeah.
What he is.
Okay, I picked for my award. So doing long distance runs, you gotta take care of yourself out there. You can't just like cold turkey run like 13 miles. That's just not okay. Gonna be things happening in your body. You need to rehydrate and you need a little bit of energy. And so the thing that changed my life there and that aspect of my life was discovering a good energy gel, a running gel. The relief that brought, truly, I cannot put it into words what it does for you to have a nice little like aid station stop and running gel, like an orange and some water or whatever, electrolytes. It just completely, you start running again. It's like, oh, I just started again. And that's what I
Okay.
felt like Rob did. After Hell's Bells left, I think that it was like through my running season here that I didn't know about running gels, so I didn't use them. And he didn't have to be in that spot. But when it came to it, he started, and golly, it's just like, man, that's just, thank you. It's like starting over again. I appreciate that, Rob. So Riley O'Brien is who I picked.
I freaking love all of the Riley O'Brien. Like we're gassing him up around every corner, and I love it.
We should.
I
We
love
should,
it.
and it's one of those guys. It's like, did we know? Like, does anybody in the MLB know about this guy beforehand this season? Nope. Going
He's
back
on
to that.
he's on the ultimate frisbee lists. I'll tell you that.
You know who
Yeah, it
knew?
is.
Chaim knew. And it's time for the Renaissance.
So
Time for the Renaissance.
I'm
baby.
ready. I am ready.
Me too.
Let's go through some of the most probably comical, at least in my opinion. Jonathan,
Yep.
we decided that we want to do some things like hardest to watch. So, Jonathan, can you
Okay.
take us through who was the hardest to watch Cardinal this past season?
Okay. So just want to forewarn the listener. We have 3 of these right in a row, and these were the easiest 3 on the list for me.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom. I like literally was just like
Got 'em done
knee-jerk
first.
reaction.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Hardest to watch, Jordan Walker. It
Okay.
was Jordan Walker for me personally. He put together the worst at bats collectively on the team. He just did. The guy knew it was a low and away slider. You could have told him. The pitcher could have called timeout, walked up to him, and said, "I'm going to give you a low and away slider," and he still would have struck out with it. Okay.
Yep.
His outfield defense, albeit, is better. Still, there are times that it's kind of rough. It looks like he's sort of deer in the headlights-y a little bit at times, and it's kind of rough. So I hearken back to, and I hope you guys can, if you've ever plunged a toilet.
Mm.
Okay. When you plunge a toilet, there is literally crap everywhere. There is no guarantee it'll fix it.
Very literal.
Okay. But it must be done. So watching Jordan Walker is something I felt obligated to do, but there was no guarantee plunging through this was going to fix it. But I had to do it because he's such an important staple of the future, which is why I said the plunging, because that's also super. It's nasty. It's so important. You have to do it, which is why I think that's Jordan Walker.
Matt,
Hardest to watch. I also picked a plunger in the shape of a plunger because just the whole process is hard to watch.
I know.
First of all, it's not good going in. Even when it works, it's still not good. Like, it's just a bad situation all the way around. And listen, I know this guy ended on a hot streak and he may have changed his career and his batting stance and all that stuff. But Pedro Pages, my friend, I couldn't watch him anymore. I couldn't do it. Glad that he ended better, but I don't know if I can have Pages on the team next year. I'm just speaking as a fan. Sure, he's a great guy, but I just can't do it. He is like plunging because it's just like watching a turd every time. It's unreal.
I'm really happy that we had this section. Okay. So
If you also picked a plunger, this would be unreal.
did not.
Ah,
I
That's
did
okay.
not.
That's all right.
Okay. So this player, let's see if you can guess who I picked, just based on the item and what I say. Okay?
okay.
All right. So I picked puppets. Okay? As in like the little yellow or white bags that you throw them on the ground and they're loud. Okay? Just a
Like the 4th
Fourth
of
of
July.
July. Yeah.
Okay. All
Fourth of
right.
July little things that they come in a
Okay.
little bag and they have like that little wood shavings in there with them in the bag. Okay. This is why. This player had the most hype. People wear his jersey. People know his
Oh boy.
name. It's loud. You want it. It's fun. But in the end, it just leaves you yearning for something more like puppets do because it's just the precursor to the fireworks. Who is it?
Wait. It rhymes with Molin Schmaronado.
Yes!
Yeah.
It
Yes.
just,
Yes.
it's real loud. And it's like everybody, as soon as they see it,
Yeah.
like, oh, yeah, those things. I love those things. And then you start doing it. It's just like, okay. And then like the actual fireworks stop. And does anybody remember about the puppets? Nope.
Nope.
And that was what was hardest to watch is a player who was the fireworks, arguably during his tenure at in St. Louis,
Okay.
most definitely, I would say. But just to watch him turn into puppets, as in like people know it, people see it. That's like the one of like three people that the casual people that live around me can name. But in the end, did it have much substance? Nope. And that's why I picked puppets and Nolan Arenado. All right, I'm going to jump right on the bandwagon of what Matt said because I am so happy that he brought up Pedro Pajes. So my least favorite Cardinal
Uh,
is Pedro Pajes, and what I picked is every parent. It's cliched, but it is the truth. It is my least favorite thing to do as a parent. And here's what my least favorite thing to do as a parent is these are pieces of Legos, and stepping on pieces of
Mm,
Legos is
mm.
my least favorite thing to do as a parent. And that is what Pedro Pajes was for me. Here's a pile of Legos that I stepped on.
every time he comes up, there's just one lodged right in the heel.
Yep. It's just, oh.
Wow.
So Jonathan,
Wow.
who was your least
Yeah.
favorite for whatever reason Cardinal this season?
Nolan Arenado. I just,
Oh,
I just,
we're just
he-
gonna go
okay.
round robin
he-
with these
yeah,
guys.
yeah. I'm sorry. He was just a boat anchor for us.
Mm.
He denied a trade, nixed the trade over the winter that would have been so awesome for us. He did not show up at all this year. He was offensively horrible. Defense, he was okay, but he clogged up the lineups. He clogged up the roster. You know, he just that's what he did. He clogged stuff up. This is not going to be another plunging thing, although I'm saying clog a lot, and I feel like you could naturally like, go
Yes.
down
You are,
that
yeah,
track.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to. So this may be an unpopular opinion. My wife and I have never gotten an instant pot to really work correctly for us.
Okay.
Air fryers, good, right?
Sure.
The other little knick-knacky things you have in your kitchen. Our Instant Pot is big. We used to love it, used to want to use it, thought it would be good, but we never really used it. We should have gotten rid of it a long time ago. It doesn't work really all that well. And it's taking up space in our pantry where we sit this stuff for newer, nicer other things that we could use.
Mm.
When I thought about this, I'm like, my gosh, the parallels. I got Nolan Arenado sitting in my dang pantry right now.
Mm.
So
Wow.
he's an instant pot for me. He's my least favorite this year.
Matt, who is your least favorite Cardinal?
Well, it's also Nolan Arenado, and he is going to get the trophy in. Okay, so you guys have to go with me for a second here. So you open
Okay.
up the bread bag, and
Okay.
you've used all the good pieces of bread in the middle
He's-
of the
yeah.
loaf.
Oh yeah.
He is okay, so it's the heel. However, I recently had someone in my life tell me that they call that the booty bread.
Oh, booty bird for sure.
Yeah. And so Nolan Arenado is the booty bread. You can make a sandwich out of it, but it's not as good as a regular piece of bread. And I would argue that he used to be like a staple carb piece of bread, and he is no longer. So Nolan Arenado, you get a trophy in the shape of a piece of booty bread, and I hope we trade you and our franchise will be better off. But thank you. You seem to be a nice person, and I appreciate your time at the Cardinals. Bye.
So it's kind of like
That's it.
you just trick people. You just turn the heel upside down. And
Yeah,
so,
but
like,
you
when
know, it kind of still looks
Yeah.
the same, right? You're like,
Right.
wow, that is Arenado. But then you see it and you're like, no, that's not the same thing.
No, yeah. Okay. All right. So, Matt, go back to back for me.
Okay.
Who is your biggest disappointment of the season, and what do you have for them?
I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that I'd be shocked if we didn't all have the same person.
Okay.
And getting a trophy in the shape of a ceiling fan. Because on the surface, you think a ceiling fan is good, and it does good things and moves the air for you. But I'm telling you, if that ceiling fan just gets a quarter of an inch off, you've got the off kilter blades going around. Then you've got that noise in the middle of the night, and it's 2 a.m. and you hear it, and you have to get up. And then what happens? Sometimes you get up and you pull the chain, except you pull the chain with
the lights.
Blades, yeah. So then you wake your wife up, and then it's just a disaster in the middle of the night. So like, I want a ceiling fan to work right. I want it to be there. It's important to me. Hi, Jordan Walker. You biggest disappointment this year. I'm sorry, buddy. I hate to pile on you, but dude, I am so worried about your career. And I heard, this is really bad, but I heard Bernie Miklas's, shouts to Bernie, his latest video, questioning if Jordan Walker even likes to play baseball. Because
wow.
sure he is applying his talent in the way that needs to be applied. And the coaches have kind of come out on the radio and said that. So, Jordan, you're a ceiling fan, my friend.
Wow. That's oof.
Devastating.
I like the ceiling fan thing, though. That was like, you walked us through there, and I felt every stage of that.
Yeah, you want it to be right. I have like 5 ceiling fans in my house, and when they work right, they're beautiful, but they get so off so easy. Hi, Jordan.
So the thing about a disappointment, right, is that it has to be talked about and hyped up enough for it to be like the bar has to be somewhat high in order for it to be a disappointment.
Expectations, yeah.
Have to. Okay. For me personally, my item that I'm giving Jordan Walker is an item that lots of people hype up, lots of people enjoy, and that's fine. But for me personally, I can't handle it. That is chocolate. I can't do chocolate. I can't do the bitter aftertaste, and Jordan Walker has a bitter aftertaste right now. Wow. Jonathan, take us out of here. Who is your biggest disappointment?
All right. Again, just to remind the listener, the constraint I put on myself is don't use the same names. I already used Jordan Walker for my toilet plunging experience.
You did.
Okay. So my biggest disappointment, Andy, I really like what you just said about there has to be expectations coming into the year. And that is why I chose Lars Nootbaar for this.
Woo!
Lots of expectation. Lots of expectation. We were like, he's going to be an all-star. He's going to break through. He played the most games of his career this year, and he's not even a one-war player, if you look at it. And I want Newt to be successful so bad, right? He's got all the tools. He hits the ball really hard. You look at the metrics, you're like, this makes a lot of sense. I thought he'd make another jump, but you thought this would be the year, right? And he didn't. And so my award for him, and this is just a personal thing because I know we've all used these a lot in our lives, is an iron, like an iron to iron your clothes. Okay, I've been introduced recently within the last couple of years to like a steamer.
Mm-hmm.
And steamers are just so like it's so much more consistent. Okay, what I have seen. So whenever I dealt with irons and doing all of that, you feel like it's going to work perfectly, but unless you know your iron, like it never fully gets the wrinkles out, or it's too hot, it might burn the clothes. So I feel like that's been a disappointment for me. So I felt bad writing this one about Newt, but he really did disappoint me this year. I thought he would take another step and do something else, and he kind of didn't. That's what I feel.
That hurts. As the biggest Newt fan on the podcast, you're right. I wear it. I own it. I don't know what happened to him this year. I think did have some injury stuff, maybe, I don't know, weird rib stuff. I don't know. It was kind of a lost year for Newt, which is very unfortunate.
All right.
It was.
Can we give an award to the favorite award that the other guys gave out? Okay. I think my favorite award was the back-to-back plungers, just the piles of poo that you guys
just nasty. That we immediately just went straight for
the turds. You went for it. I think that was my favorite. I'll
give my award to the router. That for whatever reason that did not make it through my brain, but my gosh. Like when you have one of those days or nights when the power is out and you're looking for entertainment, you're like, what am I even going to do with my life? Yeah, that was a great one.
Better find the offline games. All right.
Yeah. And I'll tell you the one that, and this is just like recently you said the one about the ceiling fan, and it hit me so hard because when I used to stay with our cousin, he used to have these and he would make these noises and both of the little strings were the same. You have no idea which one it is. You're just playing roulette. And then if you pull one, light, horrible, worst thing ever. Then you pull the other one, and you're like, wait, did that do anything?
Was this on medium? Was it on low?
You gotta like stick your hand up and stop the fan and hurt the bearings.
I hate them. I didn't realize how much I hate these ceiling fans, but you just like rekindled this burning hatred for them. So yeah, that one really hit me.
Yeah.
Although I liked all the creativity here. I thought
Yeah.
we didn't really have a lot of the same. We had the same answers, but we really didn't have other than the plunging.
The plunging.
We didn't have any
The
others.
turd bros.
Yeah.
Here's what I think we should say though. This team is going to finish under 500, but there were weeks in a row where I had a great time watching them, and they provided me from entertainment. And this was for a long time in the season before the offense just totally fell apart. This was an entertaining team. How many times did we group text about the attack dogs and the offense coming back? And they played an entertaining brand of baseball. And it kind of gets lost because the last couple months, just the starting pitching and the offense were not good. So we'd go back to winning these, like barely hanging on, and the bullpen comes in. And those are satisfying, but I don't think there's much fun to watch.
Yeah.
So it was easy to pick the negative stuff, but there were some good performances this year. This team had some. I'm excited about next year. I'm excited about what we have coming. I'm just excited to turn the page. So even though this wasn't a real fun year as far as Cardinal baseball go, I still love it. I still got entertainment out of it, and I still really appreciated what the guys did.
Yeah, I agree. And I also think, too, if you look at where we are in the wild card standings, and I know that this was never meant to be a playoff team, but, the season's going to end, and we were going to be within 5 games of the New York Mets, and they spent $400 million on their payroll.
Mm-hmm.
If you go through and cherry pick a couple of players, like Walker, who were negative WAR, and our starting pitching that was just horrible most of the year here, several
What
of
if we
them.
done McGreevy for Fetty earlier?
That's what I'm saying. If you replace some of these, and you gain some wins across the board, you might be talking about really like sneaking into the playoffs. Truly. And now, would we have gotten slaughtered? Who knows, though, with baseball. When you get into playoffs in baseball, records are all thrown to the side. You just got to win 2 or 3 games. So, yeah, to your point, Matt, it was sort of bleak at times with this, but it was really fun. And we may not be as far away from getting into the playoffs. I think we're farther away on like being a perennial powerhouse.
Yes.
But we can compete for these wild card spots. I really do believe that we could do that within the next couple of years for sure.
Absolutely. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Redbird Rundown, your go-to source for St. Louis Cardinals news. Please subscribe. Oh, boy. Subscribe, rate, and review the show to help us grow. Follow us on Twitter, Blue Sky, Facebook, and even on YouTube for the latest news. Keep those rally caps on. Ogle and oogle over those forearms, and let's go Cardinals.
Plunge it, Heim.
Plungers.